Brilliance Audio presents The Girl Made of Clay by Nicole Meier. Performed by Teri Schnaubelt and Mark Bramhall. In memory of ARJR, the first sculptor in my life.
Prologue. The fire came without warning. Just as the pre-dawn mist began to clear, the first flames licked the sky. It started with a dull crackle, followed by a hiss, and then an ominous coil of inky smoke snaked upward. It wasn't long before flashes of bright orange lunged in hungry strokes across the pale horizon. A merciless heat spread as the flames gathered strength and tumbled outward, taking down everything in their way. A searing, ripping fervor enveloped and consumed all that it could. Later on, after the ashes settled, someone would say they'd heard the fury of it, likening it to a rabid animal rushing through dense underbrush. Much later, another would claim they saw a figure flee the scene and disappear at the water's edge without a trace, like a ghost into the fog. But no one was really sure. The only surety was the fire itself, a living, breathing thing that rose up and gutted and destroyed.
Chapter 1. Sara. If Sara had known what was waiting to greet her that morning, she would have stayed in bed. At 6:45 a.m., she startled awake. The stillness of her room had been disturbed, though she noticed the alarm had yet to sound. Probably the dog, she told herself as she sat upright and peeled away the covers. Her toes were the first to slip reluctantly from under the warmth as she let them drift just above the braided rug. Reaching for her robe, she glanced across a tangle of sheets. No Charlie. Again. She still couldn't understand why her husband had agreed, after all these years, to increase his schedule. Why now? Perhaps if she really allowed herself to give it serious thought, she'd admit she knew the reason. A dog's yip traveled through the house, commanding her attention. Like it or not, it was officially time to greet the day. Sara hadn't any time for brooding. She was needed elsewhere. Another yip was followed by a dramatic shushing. Sam.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?